what I can say is that if a meteor were fast approaching the Earth, what would you do with your time?
I'd certainly fuck anything that moves.
Temperature check, icy cold. Temperature check, searing hot. Temperature check, listen to the temperature check, icy cold. Temperature check, searing hot. Temperature check, listen to the
Temperature check with Noah and Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Noah. I was waiting for you to get started. You were waiting for me to get started. Here we are, everybody. Hello.
Hi. I still sound like I'm answering a door. Hey, Josh.
What's your temperature, Noah?
I'm at a 36.4.
What? Wow.
Yeah,
me too.
Wow. Whoa, really?
Yeah. That's the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
We're
you'd
same
figure
temperature.
Right.
It's like our cycles are.
We have aligned. It is a full moon now, so you feel like all that stuff is in.
Is that right? Look, folks, we've talked about this before. I've at least talked about this many times. We are from Woodstock. Our mother, to this day, will claim that a full moon always means a bad night's sleep. And
I 100% subscribe to it.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't subscribe to it, but whenever I have a really bad night's sleep, like really bad, and the kids are going nuts, and it's just been a really awful night, I'll look at the calendar or look at my little, weather app, which shows the moon cycles, and it'll be a fucking full moon. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's not coincidental.
All right. I don't know how it could possibly have an effect, but you know what? Look, anecdotally, last night,
it's true,
was fucking awful. It was really not good. I'm super tired. The kids were up multiple times. They didn't go to sleep for 2 hours. It was not fun.
I've been up since 2 a.m. and that's not even an exaggeration.
That sucks. We got a fun show here, Noah.
Yes, we do, Josh. Should we just kick it off?
Let's do it. Hit that sting. Cool. Joining us this week on Temperature Check, we've got Tyrone Stallone and Andrea Björk. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Feels good to be here.
It's tradition here on the Temperature Check to take your temperature. Do you take your temperature? Have you taken your temperature? I
used to every morning to try to figure out when I was ovulating.
Oh.
In order to not get pregnant.
Because my wife used to do that for the opposite reason.
No. And of course, this is a podcast, so none of the listeners will be able to see it, but here's a busted bullshit thermometer that told me that my temperature is 36.34. Whether I'm ovulating or not, I have no idea.
Oh, it always says that temperature, or?
Well, I mean, it always just kind of said the app was just like, it's not safe, but it just always said that. So,
well, you have to track for at least a month.
I imported my data from another app. It was a whole thing. Let's not get into it.
All right.
But I do not recommend it.
Tyrone, you got a thermometer?
I don't take temperature. I give temperature.
All right, give us the temperature.
The temperature. 37.9. You know what I'm saying? Every time, every button on my shirt, I unbutton. Temperature goes up. 5 degrees Celsius, 13.2 Fahrenheit. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't let nobody tell me how hot I am. I make other people hot.
Jesus, your whole house must be so hot.
Yeah, man, I don't take no temperature. I'll take temperature off nobody.
Tyrone's the reason why everyone has a fever right now.
Exactly. There you go. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the virus. That's the Tyrus. The Tyrona.
Oh no.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, man. Sorry about that.
When can we go outside? Yeah, Jesus Christ. When can I have my life back? And what have you done with all these people?
Well, you know it is, you know. They got to wear a mask because they don't want me to see them drooling. That's what it is. You know.
Oh, no. All right. Well, okay. Listeners, you can blame Tyrone Stallone. You can find him on Facebook, and he lives in Berlin. So
You can also find me on Saturdays at Netto because that's when they have the sale. The old produce, making room for new produce. I like my blueberries extra soft and fuzzy.
Oh, nice. And how are you each doing? Like, what's your mental temperature? How are you each holding up?
Now, you know what? I'm doing pretty good. Like this, I mean, I don't panic that bad like I used to, you know, maybe if I was younger. Man, look, I'm doing fine, man. This is just a whole new thing that we got to adjust, and sitting around crying, oh, I can't do this no more. I can't do that no more. That ain't going to help nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like that just don't even work, you know? So I just make sure that I do my thing. You know what I mean? When it was there, like, you know, when slavery was abolished, didn't nobody complain about having to pay rent? And it's the same thing. I ain't complaining about having to stay home and stay indoors, man. That ain't me. I just keep moving, man. I'm a survivor. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King didn't die for me to cry about having to stay indoors for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? I got really bad allergies, so I'd be indoors anyway. You know what I'm saying? So this is just, this is great. Right. And this is like the worst time for stand-up comedy. So the little Investations Bank little money thing, like that was a windfall for me. You know what I'm saying? I was planning on eating toenails and top ramen for the next 3 months. You know, now I got some ground beef with those toenails and top ramen. You know what I mean? So it's just fine. I ain't worried about none of this, man. You know what I mean? Everybody else can cry. I'm just gonna make the best, reading books, watching movies. You know what I'm saying?
You just went from the purveyor of the worst pandemic in history to the best motivational speaker in history. I'm
a little bit worried though, because I'm seeing a connection here in like creating the disease and then loving the indoor lifestyle.
Andrea, how you doing?
Putting on my tinfoil hat right now. I am disturbingly well. I just feeling my personality shift to 2 days ago, I took a candle and I put it in this glass vase, filled it with water, and like put little like flowers on the rims. That's worrying. You know,
that's the story. I thought I was going to lead to something, but that's just it.
No. And then I just put it in my living room. I was like, isn't that nice? Isn't that really nice? I'm running 3 times a week. I built a little balcony for my cat. I am becoming some sort of wholesome person, and I'm worried that it's not going to go back after.
I also want to say, it looks like you have a tan as well. How is that possible?
I ran 5K today. I'm still I have a healthy glow. Imagine this. I'm Islander with a healthy glow.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad to see some people are doing well.
Yeah. This is perfect matchup.
A cat balcony, man. That is.
Yes. How's that? Do you have a balcony, or do you not have a balcony and you just built?
Let me tell you, this was a very involved, ambitious project where I tested like structural strength. I was like, if the cat my cat's very big, it's like 8 kilos. I was like, it needs to hold the cat. There's like a deep, this is one of these old houses, like pre-1900 houses. So there's like a really deep like bank on the outside of the window, and so I kind of just like drilled into the sidewalls and like built this little kind of small little garden for my cat and my plants. Yeah, I'm losing my mind.
You never see no cat balcony, man. You know, that's something. I would love that. You go to Mardi Gras, be the cat throwing beads at you. That would be.
That'd be too cute.
Is the cat going out there at least?
He's tentative. He's a scaredy cat. Mm-hmm. So he'll go and like sniff a little bit. If he sees a pigeon, he'll chirp at it. But then he'll go back and just be like, "Woo, that was enough. That was 2 minutes is plenty for me."
Great. Well, your whole household, 2 Icelanders.
Icelanders. Yeah, 2 of us Icelandics.
Somehow that's a slur.
Icelandics.
You fucking Icelandics with your cat getting more sunshine than you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You're living maybe your best life, as they say.
Yeah, and it's worrying. Because my culture is to be not happy. And to be like live in perpetual darkness and worry about the livestock. So this is it's all wrong. It's all
wrong.
Oh man,
it's a topsy-turvy world for sure.
You're a rebel.
Yeah.
I'm a reformed Icelandic.
I like the sun.
Look at that.
I think that's grounds for you never to be allowed back to your home country, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a reality.
I know. Everyone's going to think you're Swedish now.
And are you? I mean, I know, Andrea, you're doing some shows with CCV. What about you, Tyrone? Are you doing shows?
Yeah, I'd still do my crazy, stupid Berlin, but it's crazy, stupid confinement. And I do that. And then actually, it's weird. I started getting some like corporate gigs, which is strange. You know what I mean? Which is like, it's a lot of work. You got to write, then you got to submit. And the HR person is like, well, you can't say that. Then you got to submit it again and submit it again. You know what I mean? It's like the most boring, like UFC episode you've ever seen. Just submission after submission after submission. And but aside from that, like, just been, that's all I've been doing. You know what I mean? And then I just been in the gym and I've been reading a lot of books and watching a ton of movies.
Wait,
gym? Where you go? To what gym are you going to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a home gym. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a home gym, man. I got resistance bands, kettlebells. I got a chin up bar. I got a TRX system.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like the first thing that I bought. I mean, it was like there might be a lockdown. I went on Amazon and I gave Jeff Bezos a lot of my hard-earned money. So, you know what I mean?
He does not deserve your hard-earned money, but as long as you're happy lifting weights, we're happy too.
Yeah, I'm American, so I'm used to, paying for my own slavery. So there we go. That's what it is. Just
these shackles are only good if they have weights attached to them.
Exactly. Right? Only good. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I mean? As long as I can outpick you guys when we're in the field.
I'd keel over in about 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I will say though, is that because I've been going out running, and I hate it. Like the whole time that I'm doing it, I'm not into it, but I'm just doing it because I don't know. And one thing that has been motivating me is like thinking that, well, if like society absolutely crumbles, like it, climbing, being strong, running fast, these are all really good skills.
Yeah,
I know. See, the thing, I was running too. I started running too, and I absolutely hated it as well. And I was getting up to like 4.5 kilometers in one run. I was doing all right, but I didn't feel good. I didn't like it, but I had to stop it because of all the other people. Like there was just so many people that would like run past me. And I'm not going to consider myself like a hypochondriac, but right now I feel like some dude like breezing past me, heavy breathing right in my face. Like it's not worth me running. So I've been biking now. I got a Temple Home.
Do you like imagine like the droplets when people pass you?
Oh yeah, it's like I'm immediately like I stop, I go home, and I just like rinse off and disinfect them.
Ah,
Are you drinking bleach, Josh? You huffing bleach?
Well, our president said.
Who would have thunk that the Tide Pod challenge would be still relevant?
Yeah, right. The gift that keeps on giving. All right. Well, I want to move us along to the segment. Shall we do this thing?
Yeah, what do you got?
This is exciting. Okay, so this is based off of an improv warm-up game, and I think it'll translate pretty well to...
My favorite.
Some of you probably know this. It's that the T-shirt exercise where you describe what's on the T-shirt, and then the person you're describing their T-shirt. If you're describing their T-shirt, they have to give you the tagline of the T-shirt. So we're going to do that, but I'm going to share my screen so you can see the actual T-shirt. So I've compiled a bunch of T-shirts, and we're going to take turns describing the T-shirt we see, and then we're going to all together pitch what the tagline of these T-shirts should be.
Okay, so it's like a caption contest for T-shirts.
It's a caption contest with a T-shirt description, and I should credit Carlo Ritchie, a good friend of ours from Sydney, Australia, for showing us this improv game, and I've just taken it a step further. So I'll do the first round just so y'all get it. You can see my screen there? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to describe this shirt. This is going to be Tyrone's shirt. So Tyrone, you're going to start, okay? And then we can all pitch in. Tyrone, your shirt has two cactuses or cacti. Has two cacti on it. One cacti is holding a revolver, a pistol, and is pointing it at the other cacti. And the other cacti looks like a classic cactus.
And now it's a cactus, yeah.
Yeah, now it's a cactus, right. I know. Oh, shit. And the other cactus has its arms up like a traditional cactus would. And the T-shirt says...
Ooh, El Bandito Tequila.
Yep. There's, I should say this. There's no wrong answer here.
Oh, okay. I think I just found it, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. There's also no right answer. What else you got? What else? Anybody got anything?
Stick 'em up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You prick. I gotta tell you, puns are the lowest form of comedy, but they're sometimes fantastic.
Yes. I don't know if I have anything. Oh, couldn't have been me. My pricks are 8mm.
Hey. Andrea, you are a non-native English speaker, but I think puns are probably easier for someone who's a native English speaker. But
yes. What is the official word for the prickly bits?
Prick?
Oh, we call them what was it? Needles?
Needles.
Oh, needles.
Oh, wait a minute, I got it. That's a prickly pear.
Yeah. All right. Nailed it. Andrea, you can do the next one. You can describe someone's T-shirt.
Okay. So it's a T-shirt with a black cat on it that has a very disdainful look on his face, like he's judging you. And in the cat's mouth is a blue whale, not to size.
And the T-shirt says, "Do I have something in my teeth?" Is there a cat in the background?
Yeah, my cat. Hold on, I gotta get my cat out of here. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, I got another one.
Go ahead.
You go.
Well.
Oh no!
Should have worn a blubber.
Yep. I have a whale in my mouth. That's impossible.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I know I shouldn't be answering them, but sometimes it's just too hard not to. Next one. Tyrone, you can describe this one.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we have a gray crew neck T-shirt, and on it is some sort of South Sudanese Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's all black with like a white outline, and its head is turned over its, I guess that would be left shoulder, I think, and it is expelling from its mouth a rainbow-colored vomit or fire. Would anyone like to caption this beautiful work of fashion?
9/11 was an inside job.
Yep.
Do I? It's just pride.
Yes! Full spectrum bukkake. Okay, let's go ahead and just...
All right. Next one. Josh, this one's yours.
All right, we got it's a black T-shirt, and on it is a white skull with the jaw slightly open, and except that there's no eye sockets. Instead of eye sockets, it's a bicycle. So the wheels of the bicycle in profile. So the wheels of the bicycle are where the eyes would be, but you also have the frame of the bicycle in there. So it clearly looks like a skull, except that the eye sockets are bicycle wheels with the bicycle. And the caption says, Noah,
remember to wear your helmets, kids.
On the back, it says Berlin Bike Cave. On the front, underneath the skull, it says ride or die.
Yeah. All right. I gotta just interject here. The when I found this image, the image caption was "ride or die."
Oh, wow. There you go.
And then you nailed it. You nailed it.
She got it. Bam!
I was going to say, I spoke too soon.
Is it obvious who is the only dad here?
I spoke to some... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the cycle of life.
Ooh.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the T-shirt caption contest.
Yeah.
Lisa, how do you want to be introduced? By Lisa-Skye? As Lisa-Skye?
Yeah, Australia's favourite sparkle puppy muppet dominatrix, Lisa-Skye.
I need to write that. Josh, you do this one. I can't remember that.
We're talking today to Australia's favorite sparkle puppy muppet dominatrix. Did I get it right?
You did!
Lisa-Skye, welcome.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Noah. Hi, Josh.
Hi.
It's so good to see your faces.
Yeah, I know. My goodness. We're reaching out across the world, across the globe, to see friends we haven't seen in so long.
And I've checked the temperature in the room here, and it's a positively frosty 16 degrees coming into winter, whereas it's a positively balmy 15 degrees going to summer in Berlin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I was going to say. For us, this is like beautiful weather now.
Well, this
but I understand.
As you know, like, I come to Berlin every single year. I am the exact definition of a fair weather friend. I'm like, Berlin is the best city in the world. And people like come literally any time that's not July or September. And I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah. No, you do it the right way.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, it's been particularly cruel this year because we've had a gorgeous spring. I mean, the past 6 weeks have been like absolutely beautiful, and we're all stuck inside.
Well, at least we get better weather again on the 25th of never.
Yeah, right. How are things? Where are you right now?
So I am currently in Melbourne, not for much longer, but I am in my house with my husband and my dog. My husband just went back to work because he's in the essential services of sound post-production for movies.
Oh, wow.
That's really an essential service.
It's so essential. So me and Dr. Shadow, who is our tiny, sweet baby 40-kilo angel, are both furious and missing him throughout the day. And I've just gone back to my weird little – because I was pretty much homebound before this because I was diagnosed with a boring chronic illness just after Edinburgh – no, just before Edinburgh last year. And so – on my own radio show, I was saying to one of my guests, like, oh, and how are you liking lockdown? How are you enjoying quarantine? And she was like, dude, it's literally been 48 hours. I was like, oh, so it has. Yes.
But it's a fair question, I think, though, because time is pretty much irrelevant at this point. So probably going to be the same answer, whether it's been 48 hours or 7 weeks. So.
Well, this is the really interesting thing. I was speaking to Ali Lima, who is a writer and editor and radio production person in New York. Hey there. And she was saying, like, I stopped asking on the show, like, how is it in your world? What's happening? Because she said, well, you're reading the same news as I am. And, yeah, it's the exact same situation. Because she lives 15 minutes from, like, one of the New York COVID hospitals. And so she was like, I've been in lockdown for 5 weeks. I've been out twice. So it's the same as it is in Melbourne, for example, if you're in lockdown. Like, we're such a kind of globalized world at the moment. Like, I'm assuming that my experience in the last 2 weeks has been similar to you guys' experience in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, to such a huge degree that is like absolutely true. I mean, at least for the people who are being smart about everything, right? But what I always find interesting, because we've spoken now to people all over the place, is the way, like institutionally, the way different cities and countries' governments are handling things. Right?
Oh, yes.
Like the support. There's plenty of things to complain about here, but the support that we've gotten. Not just financially, but just in terms of everything, has been pretty remarkable in Germany, whereas in the States, I mean, there's nothing. So, I mean, I am curious, like, how are things in Melbourne?
You all got $5,000, no questions asked, eh?
Yeah, put it in the bank, baby.
See, I am currently, like, I say we. So I'm a self-produced artist, and I also produce a lot of other people's shows. I joke that I've been in the industry since 2007, full-time since 2014, good since 2016. And I have a really weird response when it comes to money. Like, when I do producing, I tend to not handle the money side, do some advising about, like, but none of the deep, because people usually get me on, just before the tour. And so, yeah, I had to get my husband to do all the money stuff. So we've had, in 4 days, I had my entire year's income evaporate. So how it is like, I'm not a number wang, but on the 13th of March, 13 days before the start of my 13th comedy festival, the Melbourne International Comedy Festival went, oh, no, we're cancelling. And it was amazing because that's, like, I rely on that income and my Edinburgh income. That's, like, kind of my two big earners for the year, and they're gone. And then I just saw, like, all my little gigs, like all my corporates and stuff just...
The 13th of March, that was a Friday, the 13th, just to...
It was too. Well, then the hilarious thing, like, because a bunch of comedian... Oh, the heater's working now. A bunch of my comedian colleagues, we all had this, like, Facebook message thread where we're all like, oh, heck, what are we going to do? And a good portion of them were at Adelaide Fringe. And it was the, like, last weekend of Adelaide Fringe Festival. And so we're all talking, we're all like, and because, no one knew the scope of it. So I was like, okay, well, the venue because I was meant to be programming and co-running a venue for comedy festival was like, okay, we've got a 27-seater room. We can adhere to social distancing. This should be fine. Obviously now it's not, and and a few of my friends were like, all right, well, we've got to go do our show now. But my favorite was one of my dear friends, Ben Volchok, was doing a show in a bunker about the end of the world.
Oh,
and he was sitting there in his hazmat suit 15 minutes before he went on stage, texting us all, being like, well, you know, this is comedy festival's finished. Great. Okay, so this is a rehearsal for the apocalypse, is it? Fine. Let's do this. So, yeah, because we're all a bit shell-shocked, and it's just so weird because by this time, because it's May. So right now I'm meant to be working like full dick in Edinburgh. And, what's the language?
Oh, you're fine. It's going out to a Berlin audience.
Yes. Oh, God.
It's an interesting thing, too, because, clearly for those of us in the arts, this is very difficult financially. But it's interesting because I've spoken to quite a few people who are worried about the money, but having this break where they don't have to be working and doing stuff they're like very grateful for. Whereas I'm on the end where I'm like, I'm just itching to get back on stage and be creative and do all that stuff again. People can't see you right now, but you are crafting as you're talking with us.
Yes.
I mean, how are you doing?
That's more to do with, no brags, my crippling ADHD. Did you not see me doing this at CCB? Like, even when I'm on, remember me doing little loom band things?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's how I focus. I had, I think it was at CCB. One of my friends, like, slapped me because I was, like, making some lanyards. And she was like, don't do that. And I said, I did this all through your show and you didn't realize. She was like, you were in the second row. I'm like, exactly. Let me do it. Like, because I'm fidgety. So at least if I'm doing this, like, kind of, now I'm making jewelry out of, like, little mesh thingies. Merch store at Lisa-Skye.com. But yeah, I think for most people, it's a really, really good thing to have a fallow year. My friend was speaking, and I think for most people it's really good. And I think most people should absolutely, if they're able to, give in to their natural desires to be the inner elderly Rottweiler, which is just eat and sleep and judge and repeat. But for me, I mean, again, like, so I have chronic fatigue, so I'm meant to be resting, but also in 6 months' time, I'm emigrating to the US because I want to get a front row seat to the apocalypse. And I'm not ready for the inevitable announcement that, for example, we're not going to be able to do any live stuff in Melbourne. Like I had for my venue, I'd had like an awards season prepared, like an alternative awards night, because this is going to be my last comedy festival. So, like my last comedy festival for, a few years at least. Because while I love Adelaide Fringe, and I think it's an incredibly important festival for people's career and for meeting people and just for fun, comedy festival is a toilet. And once again, I will tell people I do not, and don't cut this out, Josh, do not cut this out. I cannot be clearer that I don't want Susan Proven, the big wig at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. I don't want her assassinated. I just want her fired because she has been in the role for 27 of its 34 years, and it's enough. Anyway, Comedy Festival made some really awful decisions around, like, the cancellation and stuff. They were like, yeah, you're not getting your registration back. Yeah. Oh. And then they're like, yeah, actually you are. Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, will you take my temperature?
Oh, yeah, we didn't. You said the temperature of your room, but you never said the temperature. Okay, all right. Australia's favorite sparkle puppy comedian, femme daddy, muppet dominatrix, hedonism muse. What is your temperature? So
we have in Melbourne at the moment, every time you walk into a chemist, a pharmacy, you have to get your temperature taken by them shooting in the head. Like, they have this weird, like, distance thing. My cyberpunk friends are getting so hard about it because they point a little thing at your forehead and about 3 inches away and go click. and then they say, yeah, you're good to go in. And last time I said, just out of curiosity, like, oh, what was it? And the number I remember is 34, but that can't be right. Hey.
Whoa. That means you're very cold.
That's not a number. I'm misremembering numbers, aren't I?
I don't know. I hopefully, if there was a pharmacist, a chemist who took your temperature and it was 34, they would help you to a doctor. But who knows?
Is 103.4? Is that too hot?
That's in Fahrenheit. That's way too hot too. Yeah. 34 Celsius is way too cold. 103.4 Fahrenheit is way too hot.
We're talking Celsius, as you should be. Assimilate to Berlin, mothers.
Yes.
We're talking Celsius. When you say 34, we're thinking Celsius, and that's cold.
Yeah. What is 103.4? Is that cold or hot in Celsius?
That's so hot.
That's like beyond boiling.
That's evaporating.
What humans am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Maybe it's 35.4. That's chilly, but okay.
And now, because of this, I don't know if you've seen this, but I shaved my head.
Oh, wow.
No wonder you're so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Oh, finally my scalp is the temperature I want it to be. But now I can't rack anything. Not that I would. I'd rather eat broken glass than do anything illegal. But ever since I had bald head instead of like the cute green and blue hair, I'm getting my bags checked for the first time because I'm white.
All right,
So, yeah. It's daddy's retired. Again, not that I would ever do anything illegal. So that was interesting pharmacy fandangles.
Nice.
All right, Josh, you got to go be a dad.
I know, I got to go be a dad. How crazy is that? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Hope you continue to weather this crazy storm.
Thank you. Everyone, the way out is through. We just need to make sure no one's left behind, and that includes yourselves. For Christ's sake, that includes yourselves.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Where can we find you online if our listeners want to catch you? You have your own radio show right now. Is that right?
Yeah, so at the Lisa-Skye on everything, because the only crime is inconsistent branding.
Yeah.
So it's at TheLasaSkye on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, www.thelisasskye.com. But yeah, every 12 noon Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is too early. I had poor Cameron Moore on in Berlin. It was 4 a.m. I do a live talk show. There's a big archive. I just did my 51st episode today.
Nice.
Called The Nooner that you can watch in perpetuity on Facebook. So it's a morning talk show for these apocalypse rehearsal times.
Excellent.
Check it out.
Tune in.
Thanks, Lisa-Skye.
Thanks. Bye.
Now we're doing some improv.
Ow! Ooh! Ow! Ah! Ooh! Ooh! Ow! Ah! I just poked my hand with
That's what you get.
Ow! Ow! What is that? What did you poke me? What is that thing? Ow! What do you call that thing?
This is they call me Mimi La Cactus.
Yeah, you've got all these sharp protrusions from your body, and what are those things called?
From my breasts, they're called pricklies. I have a prickly pear. It's my new. Yes, it's what I have.
Okay, ow, ow, stop it, ow, ow.
We go, huh? You don't want to motorboat these?
No, I wasn't even trying. Please stop it. I'm bleeding. I'm already starting to bleed.
You paid for a lap dance, and this is what you're going to get.
Oh, no. Ow. This is the worst lap dance I've ever... here's your money.
Okay, I'll stop.
Hey,
if only there was a man who could handle these prickly pears.
Hey, son, I just take your money, and you get to do what you want with these. It's not my fault that... I guess that you should have realized when you decided to put your money on Knife Tits McGee that this would be a problem.
I didn't know how it was spelled. I thought it was just a funny name. Ow.
Well, you gonna ride her or what?
I'd rather not.
What part of knife tits didn't you understand?
Exactly. Thank you. That's Stephanie, my manager.
I misheard it. I thought they were called my tits. It makes more sense. My tits McGee. It's alliterative.
No, I'm sorry.
Was someone calling me? Someone was calling my tits McGee?
No. Oh, there is a my tits McGee here.
Yeah, she's in the next booth over. Come on.
Well, why didn't I get my tits McGee if that's who I thought I was getting?
Oh, you want my tits, McGee? Well, you can't have them. These are mine.
She's very exclusive.
Okay, all right, fine. Who else do you have that wants to share her tits but doesn't have weapons on them?
Well, you might not like this, but 3 booths over, there's Side Tits Mickey. She'll read your mind.
Side tits?
Psy, P-S.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, I'm glad I had clarified it before I went over to side tits.
Place your face in my cleavage.
Are you sure I'm allowed to? Are you sure? Okay, I'll try.
Let me give you a reading. Hold on, let me put this nipple. Let me put your nipples. Let me put my nipples in your ears.
Whoa!
You are a Sagittarius.
How did you know?
Because the tits don't lie.
All right,
Did I hear someone call side tits?
I was like, I thought I was getting side tits.
No one's told. Everyone here calls me side boob, but I'm happy to go by side tits.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, side tits. I'm gonna try out side boob. Side boob?
No,
I knew you were gonna do that.
Side boob.
Side boob, right? Side boob. Okay. All right.
Did anyone say fight boob? I'm going again.
No! Ow! 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 Ow!
We're not supposed to talk about side boob.
Okay, I've had it with this tit house.
And scene.
Cool, Tyrone, Andrea, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you online? What's coming up? Anything to promote?
I'm always doing the virtual Herald Night with CCB every other Friday, and coming up on I think the 16th of May is stand up versus improv. It's going to be a really I think fun lineup. We have some great people also ringing in from overseas, and I think it's going to be really great. Also at CCB, and I'm on Twitter at Sleep Kitty and on Instagram at Andrea Björk, and that's it.
Cool. Tyrone, you're in stand up versus improv too.
I'm in stand up versus improv on May 16th. I'm doing that. Excited about that every Thursday, except this Thursday. I do a comedy show, Crazy Stupid Berlin Online, which has some stand-up and some improvisation in there. Also, I'm working on a couple of projects. One of them is actually called Dirty Socks, which is a lot of sock puppetry going on, you know what I mean? And it's dirty. So keep an eye out for that. We're almost done. It's been a long, long process, but we're almost done with that. And Tyrone Stallone on Instagram. Tyrone Stallone on YouTube, where I'm gonna add a lot more videos. I'm just editing because I have nothing else to do. And I think that's about it. You know what I mean? And then I'm also doing a live podcast riff stand-up thing with Ori Haleve on Monday, this coming Monday. I don't know what day it is.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us, and we'll see you around.
All right.
Stay safe.
Guys.
Stay healthy.
Thank you so much. Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye.
All right.
All right, that's the show. Thanks so much for listening, y'all.
There it is, everybody. Just a reminder, we are live streaming shows every Friday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. now, and now Sundays as well, Noah. We've got comedy shorts. Is that right?
That's true. That is true.
There we go. So this Sunday at 8 o'clock, we've got comedy shorts. But first, this Friday and Saturday. Friday, it's GLB, so that's Noah, me, and Nikki. We're going to be live streaming. Nikki's joining us once again from Vancouver. Saturday is a really, really fun show. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook Live. We're going to be doing a watch party for VCR, which is our video sketch show, hosted and produced by Kieran Humphreys. And that's going to be a really crazy fun show. All video sketches produced during lockdown from a whole bunch of Berlin comedians. So check that out, 8:30 p.m. on the Comedy Cafe Berlin Facebook page on Saturday.
And of course, it wouldn't be a podcast if we didn't ask for your support. So if you enjoyed this show, please subscribe, tell your friends, give us a rating. You can find us anywhere you find your podcasts or listen to podcasts. You can follow Comedy Cafe Berlin online on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and of course, the website.
That's right. And if you love live comedy as much as we do, you can really help us out during the closure by donating to us, getting a gift certificate, some merch, all at comedycafeberlin.com. We are also, by the time you're listening to us, we'll have been open for takeout for to-go drinks on Friday and Saturday. So today you've missed. Tomorrow, Saturday, the 9th of May, will be open from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. for to-go drinks and to pick up merch that you may have gotten, and lots of other little goodies that you can get to help support the theater while we're closed for shows.
Come by, say hi.
That's right. Thanks this week to our guests, of course, Tyrone Stallone, Andrea Björk, and all the way from Australia, Lisa-Skye.
Thanks to Joseph Nowack for our cover art. You've seen that. Hopefully you'll love it. Check him out at Nowack Draws on Instagram.
And a big thanks to Jakob Wagner for our theme music, and to Exberliner for their continued support and promotion.
Thanks so much for listening. See you next week.
Bye.
Temperature check, icy cold. Temperature check, searing hot. Temperature check, listen to the temperature check, icy cold. Temperature check, searing hot. Temperature check, listen to the temperature check.